Meanwhile, Karnataka's crumbling infrastructure is our focus in this report that we're going to play out for you. Civic apathy of the officials in the state has already led to the loss of several lives, especially due to potholed roads. Now, if pothole-filled roads weren't bad enough, now the city's flyovers are literally coming apart.
And this is the reality, in fact, of the capital of Karnataka. Now's reporters Srija and Neha bring us these detailed ground reports on the infrastructural issues plaguing the residents of the state. Now take a look at the state of flyovers in Bengaluru. Last week, a portion of the Subanahalli flyover crumbled during peak traffic hours, causing debris to fall on the road below. Thankfully, nobody was injured and no vehicle came under the falling debris.
Yes, but one can imagine the risks involved here. The debris was first noticed by traffic policemen who swiftly shut down the flyover and diverted the traffic in the area. The gaping hole in the flyover exposed the iron framework of the flyover, as you can see in those pictures.
What you're seeing behind me on the right is, in fact, a pothole that's eventually caved in owing to the metal structure being surfaced now, coming on the surface. Now, in fact, this is on the Subanahalli bridge, which happens to be one of the busiest flyovers in Bengaluru, connecting the west part of Bengaluru to the other parts of the city. And it was last evening, when this entire almost about 8 inches thick of tar has just, sort of caved in, and debris has fallen onto the underpass below, affecting traffic terribly. Thankfully, nobody was injured in this owing to the quick thinking of the traffic police. But also, now if I can actually show you why the traffic movement has been affected so terribly, because this bridge used to accommodate traffic movement, and now this entire traffic nexus has been shifted below. So in a sense, all of this traffic, has now started mounting on the underpass below. And this is, in fact, really a sad state of affairs. While the BBMP says that, this could take anywhere between 6 to 10 days to fix, traffic movement on this would be affected.
And that's not the only instance. Another flyover in the city, the Gorangu-Tipalya flyover, has major craters on it. The craters have exposed the iron framework in this flyover as well.
Now, both these flyovers were constructed by the Bengaluru Development Authority about 10 years ago and handed over to the civic body, that's the BBMP. Now, Bengaluru's civic body has been maintaining this bridge. In just 10 years, both flyovers have turned into death traps.
Well, we've been talking about Bengaluru's crumbling infrastructure and how the flyovers have not been maintained and are in a terrible condition. While we showed you the Subanahalli flyover, what we're showing you right now is, in fact, another flyover that is just waiting for a disaster to happen on it. Well, this right now are, in fact, after the tar has actually chipped off, this is exposing the metal grills of the flyover, just giving way. And this could also, in fact, face the same fate as the Subanahalli flyover, where debris could eventually end up below the flyover on the underpass. Now, another thing to be noted over here is that this is also a similar construction flyover like the Subanahalli, that was built by the BDA, but in fact handed over to the BBMP. Most of the vehicles on this stretch are in fact heavy vehicles such as trucks, lorries and garbage trucks.
Rains have worsened the road condition, that is for sure. But till 2016, it's been only 2 years it has been there in our hands. Before that, 2016 they gave.
We are in 19, sir.
19, yeah, 3 years.
Okay.
3 years. So before that it was with the BDA, and due to this heavy rains, we had that damage.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಷ್ಟ ಸುಖನ ಯಾರು ನೋಡೋರು ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವ್ರವ್ರದ್ದೇ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಪಾಟಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನೇ ಕೆಟ್ಟವನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು.
ಹೌದು, ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಏನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಟ್ಟರಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೈತೆ, ಹಳ್ಳ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೈತೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಗಾಡಿ ಓಡ್ಸೋಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಲ ಬೆಳಂಗ್ ಥರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಈಗ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್, ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಹಾಳಾಯಿತು ನೋಡಿ. ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
We are daily using this road to reach to Highball to here. It's very traffic here. So morning almost in the 8 to 10:30, it's very traffic is there. And the evening also from 6 to 8. We reached around 30 to 40 minutes to reach Hebal. So this is a single line road is there, no? That is a bridge. That is a problem is there.
Very difficult to drive because of heavy traffic and heavy road truck is coming, and the road condition is very bad. It will take from Gorutipalli to here, it will take 1 hour to reach. So the road condition is very bad. The government has to take any corrective action.
Now, an exclusive conversation with Miranow's Neha Hebale. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has said that after completing the first 100 days in power, his government's focus will now be on development.
He promised to repair all potholes in Bengaluru within the next 100 days. Let's listen into that conversation.
Now we have decided to concentrate on development works. Our first priority is to Bangalore development. Bangalore being branded the Silicon City of the East, we have to create infrastructure facilities. Our aim is in next 100 days, we have to repair all the roads, fill all potholes,